This is a video for Bonnie Sept. Well, Bon, we took Lulu down to Tryon and she contested the 4-star short. This was one of her lead-up events, hopefully to Po. It all went well until it didn't, Bon. About halfway through the cross-country course, Lulu stumbled on the landing side of a jump, and then I tipped off and landed on my feet, and then we had the lonely walk home. Anyway, the competition started well. She did quite well in the dressage. She got a little bit hot and nervous in some of the movements, but all in all, her flat work and her dressage is getting better and better. This is a dressage test that was on Friday morning. She was the first to go in the 4-star, and I think she scored a 34, but there was just a couple little messy bits, just like that halt there. She looks up in the air and had one leg out. The good news is her flying changes were perfect, and generally speaking, she's getting more and more confirmed at the top level of the sport here. Last week, we took her up to Saugerties up in New York to the HITS jumping show, and I jumped her in the metre 20 and metre 30 class. Peter Wild was up there coaching. She was fantastic in both rounds, so she's jumping very well. She's very, very fit, and touch wood, she's been very, very sound. Obviously my goal is to take her over to Po. So with this competition, I really wanted to go fast in the cross country and get used to going really quick. And she was a good girl. In the cross country, there's a little bit that we got the first few fences of the course, but we actually were jumping very well. And basically there was a mound with 2 skinny fences on a very, very long 2 strides. Lulu's got a bit of a short stride. I didn't get the best distance to the first skinny. It wasn't a miss, but I got there a little bit holding and together. And then she jumped up high and landed a bit short, and then I really pushed her to get across there in 2 strides, which she did. She took off, but as she was landing after the second fence, she basically just tripped and stumbled on the back corner of the jump. And I nearly stayed on her, but she sort of landed and stumbled and took a trip, and then I just popped off the side. So it was a bit disappointing because we were really looking to be very competitive there. I don't think we would have won it, but I think we would have been second if I would have continued on the pace I was going around the course. So it was a little bit unlucky, but also a little bit, I've got to make sure that on the big wide fences that I give her take an extra moment and give her a good distance. She looks like she's recovered well, so I think my plan is to actually run her back this weekend at Plantation 4-star, and give her one cross-country round. And I feel like if she feels fantastic there, then we should continue with our plan to Po. If for some reason she feels a bit shaky or not quite confident or whatnot, we could change our plan and just do the Malvern Park 4-star long. By saying that, she's done 2 4-star longs already. She did Bromont and Tryon last year. So I'm sort of not too... obviously it was very disappointing, but I'm not too upset because it wasn't like she was being naughty. She just sort of stumbled and clipped the back of the jump, so it wasn't like she was trying to not jump the jump. The good news with Lulu is she's absolutely brilliant in the show jumping. She's been such a good, careful jumper. She's very, very reliable, and it was a pretty big 4-star course at Tryon. And this was Friday afternoon, so we did the dressage test in the morning, and then we did this show jumping round late afternoon, or it was early evening. One thing about Lulu is she's got fantastic technique and just an ultra careful horse. which makes her a little bit tricky in the cross country sometimes because she over jumps, especially when there's a brush fence. So I think I'll just go a little bit easy, and then Eric DeVander's at my farm this week, and our plan is on either Tuesday or Wednesday just give her a very light cross country school at the farm here, over 10 or 15 jumps, just to make sure that she's feeling good. And then if that all goes well, then we'll compete her this weekend at the Plantation horse trials, which is just down the road, so she doesn't have to do any more shipping or traveling. But like I said, she did a good dressage, fantastic show jumping, and then I really wanted to go quick around the cross country, so she basically did half the cross country course. Anyway, Bon, I hope you're doing well. I'm going to come down and see you in November, I think. November or early December, I'm going to fly down and say hello and check in and make sure you're in one piece. Anyway, we'll get back to work with Lulu today, and hopefully this time next week I've got a glowing report of her having an ultra successful run around the Plantation 4-star short. Anyway, mate, I hope you're doing well, and I'll catch up soon.
Use of the old golf course tee boxes up on the mount, and good over the brush out.